Welcome back. So I talked in my last video about how the musculoskeletal system and the energetic system are intricately weaved together to form you. Today, I'm going to focus a little bit more on some particular muscles that have a huge impact on the overall health of your system, as well as having your energy pathways open. So the psoas major is a 16-inch long muscle that originates right around the T12 area, goes down over the front of the ilium ridge, and then inserts right along the lesser trochanter. This muscle is very psychodynamic, which means that it responds to our emotional state, it responds to trauma, and it has little webby feet that go all the way up the vertebra, not just at the T12, but all the way up and down. So when you are stressed, or when you have impact on any part of your body that would cause a shift in your spine, what this muscle does is it tries to stabilize you. It's also the muscle that allows us to stand upright. So it has a couple of huge jobs, and it's also deeply buried within the body. So when there's impact and when this muscle is tight, you have this muscle on either side of your spine and either side of your hips, and it goes all the way down, tracing along your ilium bones. Now, what it does is it combines with the iliacus muscle, and it's a major hip flexor for you. So if you were to flex, right, the muscle that brings that knee up, that flexes the hip, is your psoas mainly. There's other muscles that are recruited as well to help. So when the psoas and the iliacus join together, they form the iliopsoas, okay? And this muscle, again, helps you to stand upright. It helps to stabilize the spine, and you have it on both sides of your spine. So when one side, like for example, if one of your hips was slightly dropped, if you have a repetitive movement pattern of doing something like skating or tennis, or you just turn in one particular way, whether it's a conscious or unconscious pattern, these repetitive movements train the muscle fibers and the little neural pathways that you have as far as connection, and proprioceptors as far as where your body is in space, not just in resting, but also in movement. And it basically trains your body to warp and move in different ways that might not be the best for your overall balance. This happens, we're human, right? So what we want to be able to do is work with this muscle and gain its maximum length, not just the muscle itself, but again, the myofascial casing. So you'll see here in this meridian doll, which is taken from traditional Chinese medicine, how the meridians, there's points on the thighs that go all the way up the rib cage and around the chest, right? There's points that start at the toe that go all the way up and up into the hip, right? Because again, your body is so integrated. All of this matters. So when the psoas is tight on one side, what's going to happen is it's going to cause a lateral flexion of the spine. What's going to happen then is one hip's going to drop, the other hip's going to lift, right? We also have torsion in the pelvis, where one hip goes forward and one hip goes back, which again would cause a strain on the pelvis. And then there's going to be compensating muscle fibers to be recruited so that your eyes can be level. Your body and spine will literally warp and do whatever it has to do to where you can look forward and straight ahead. So hence we get things like scoliosis. We're going to be working intimately with the psoas major muscle and as well as the iliacus to bring balance and open up. And once you have space in your spine, all of these energy pathways can open. So I hope that you're okay with going deep into the body, because this is not just an exploration of the physical aspect of you, but your whole being. Namaste.